My brother told the family I was dead to cover up his affair. Y'all, I can't believe I'm even writing this. I don't know if I should be mad, sad, or just straight up done with my brother, but here it goes. So, a few days ago, I'm sitting at home, minding my own business, when my phone starts blowing up with missed calls. It's weird because I'm getting calls from family members I haven't heard from in months. My aunt, cousins, even my grandma. All leaving voicemails talking about how sorry they are and how they'll miss me and stuff like that. At first, I think it's a mistake, maybe a scam or something. But then I get a call from my mom, and she's crying, full-on sobbing, saying she can't believe what happened. At this point, I'm freaking out. I pick up the phone and I'm like, "Mom, what are you talking about? What happened?" She goes dead silent for a second, then whispers, "Wait, you're alive?" Y'all, I was so confused. Of course, I'm alive. Why wouldn't I be? That's when she tells me the most ridiculous, messed up thing I've ever heard. Apparently my brother, yes, my own blood, told the entire family that I was in the hospital, on life support, and that I died just a few days ago. He told everyone I passed away and even gave them details about some fake accident I was supposedly in. I'm sitting there on the phone, my jaw on the floor, and I ask, why the hell would he do that? My mom didn't know at first, but she said he's been acting weird for weeks. He's been disappearing, not answering his phone, and dodging family events. Come to find out, this dude has been having an affair with some woman for months, and when people started noticing him missing all the time, he needed an excuse. A cover story. And what did he come up with? Telling everyone that his little sister was dead. Dead, y'all, to cover his tracks while he was out cheating. I was livid. Furious isn't even the word. I couldn't believe it. Who does that? To your own family? Now I've got all these people thinking I'm gone, leaving me voicemails about how they'll never forget me, and I'm sitting here alive and well, just trying to figure out what to do next. And that's just the beginning of this mess. After I found out what my brother did, I was shaking. Part of me wanted to laugh because it was so ridiculous, but mostly, I was just pissed. My own brother, telling people I was dead so he could run around and cheat on his girlfriend? I couldn't wrap my head around it. I needed to talk to him. No, I needed to confront him, because who the hell does something like that? So I pick up the phone, and I'm ready to go off. I call him. And surprise, surprise, it goes straight to voicemail. I call again. Same thing. He's dodging me, like he knows I'm about to tear into him. Now I'm even angrier. I'm pacing the floor, cursing under my breath, trying to figure out what to do next. Then it hits me. He doesn't live far, like 15 minutes from my place. I grab my keys, get in the car, and head straight to his house. By the time I get there, I'm fired up. My hands are sweaty, my heart's racing, but I'm ready for whatever happens next. I pull up to his place and see his car in the driveway. Good, he's home. No more hiding. I march up to his front door and bang on it like I'm the damn police. No answer. I knock again, harder this time. I can hear movement inside, so I know he's there. "Open the door, James," I shout. I didn't even care about making a scene at this point. "I know you're in there." Finally, the door swings open, and there he is, looking like a deer caught in headlights. He's wearing sweatpants, and his hair's all messed up like he just rolled out of bed. But I don't care. The second I see his face, I just snap. "Are you out of your damn mind?" I shout, pushing past him into the house. "You told people I was dead?" He tries to play dumb at first, acting like he doesn't know what I'm talking about. "What do you mean? I didn't—" "Cut the crap, James," I yell, turning to face him. "Mom called me, okay? She was in tears, thinking I was dead. Grandma left me a voicemail talking about how she's gonna miss me." At this point, he knows he's caught. He closes the door behind him and just stands there, staring at the floor like a little kid who got caught stealing from the cookie jar. "Look, I can explain," he starts, but I'm not having it. "Explain? Explain what? How you lied to everyone? How you used me, your sister, as some twisted excuse to cover up your cheating? You told people I was dead, James. Do you even hear how crazy that sounds?" I could see he was panicking now, rubbing his hands together, looking everywhere but at me. He mumbles, "I didn't know what else to do. People were asking questions and I didn't think it would go this far." "Didn't think it would go this far?" I repeat, my voice rising. "You made up a whole damn funeral in your head, and you didn't think it would go this far?" He finally looks at me, and I can see the guilt in his eyes, but I wasn't about to let him off the hook. Not after what he did. "You could have said anything else, anything, but you told people I was in the hospital, then you told them I died? How do you even come up with something like that?" "I panicked," he blurts out, throwing his hands up. "I was trying to fix everything, okay? I've been messing around, and Lisa was getting suspicious. She kept asking where I was, why I wasn't around, and I didn't know what to say. Then Mom called, and you know how she gets when she's nosy. I didn't plan for it to turn into this big thing." I stood there, staring at him like I didn't even know who he was anymore. I get that people make mistakes. But this? This was beyond anything I could have imagined. "You didn't think it would turn into a big thing?" I say, my voice lower now, calmer but still furious. "James, people think I'm dead. Mom's been crying her eyes out, calling family to tell them I'm gone. Do you even realize what kind of damage you've done?" He runs a hand through his hair, clearly frustrated, but more with himself than me. "I know, okay? I screwed up. I didn't think it through. I just needed an excuse to keep people off my back, and I thought..." "You thought telling people I was dead was a good idea," I shout, cutting him off again. "You let the family think I died. For what? So you could sneak around with some girl? How does that make any sense?" I could see he was struggling to come up with a good answer, but there was nothing he could say that would make this okay. Nothing. I was in deep, all right? I didn't know how to get out of it, so I panicked. "I'm sorry. I know I hurt you, but I didn't mean for it to get this far. I'll fix it." I couldn't help but laugh. A cold, bitter laugh that didn't have any humor in it. "Oh, you'll fix it? How, James? You gonna call the family and tell them I'm suddenly back from the dead? How do you even begin to fix something this messed up?" He didn't have an answer for that. He just stood there, looking guilty and helpless, like a little kid who didn't know how to clean up the mess he made. And honestly, in that moment, I realized something. I wasn't just mad. I was disappointed. I didn't even know this version of my brother anymore. "You've done some dumb stuff before, but this?" I shook my head. "This is low. You hurt the entire family, not just me. And for what? To cover up your cheating? You couldn't even own up to your own mistakes, so you used me, your sister, as an excuse. You let people grieve for me, James. How can you even look at yourself?" "I know, okay?" he said, his voice breaking. "I know I messed up bad. I'm sorry, all right? I was just trying to deal with too many things at once and it spiraled out of control." I crossed my arms and took a deep breath, trying to calm down. Part of me wanted to keep yelling, but I was exhausted. This whole situation was exhausting. "You're not a kid anymore," I said quietly. "You can't keep doing this, hurting people and expecting a simple sorry to make it better. You broke our family's trust. That's not something you just fix with a phone call." He was silent for a while, staring at the floor, his guilt weighing heavy in the room. Finally, he said, "What do you want me to do?" I sighed. "You need to own up to this. You need to call Mom, call Grandma, call everyone, and tell them the truth. You need to explain why you lied and why you dragged me into it, and you need to apologize. Really apologize." He nodded, still avoiding eye contact, but I wasn't done. "And after that, you need to figure out your life. Stop running from your problems. Stop using people as excuses and be a man. I'm not cleaning up your mess this time." "I will," he said quietly. "I'll do it. I promise." I didn't know if I believed him, but I wasn't going to babysit him anymore. I turned to leave, but before I walked out the door, I paused. "You know," I said without looking back, "it's not just about the lie. You broke something in this family, and I don't know if it'll ever be the same." With that, I left. I got in my car and drove away, feeling a strange mix of anger, sadness, and relief. I didn't want to be mad at my brother forever, but I also knew things weren't going to magically go back to normal. The damage was done. Our family wasn't perfect, but this lie, this was on another level. The fallout was rough. He did what I told him, called the family, explained everything, and tried to make amends. Some people forgave him right away, while others needed time. My mom was heartbroken. She said she didn't know if she could ever fully trust him again, and honestly, I felt the same way. How do you come back from something like this? As for his relationship, it didn't survive. His girlfriend found out about the affair, and when she heard about the whole pretending my sister was dead thing, she left him for good. I didn't feel bad for him. It was his mess to clean up, and he was lucky it didn't end worse. It's been a few months now, and we're still working through it. The family's still fractured, and while we're trying to move on, things aren't quite the same. My brother and I barely talk, and when we do, it's awkward. There's this unspoken thing between us, this weight of what he did that I'm not sure will ever go away. I don't know what the future holds for our relationship, or if we'll ever be as close as we used to be. But one thing's for sure. Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild. And sometimes, no matter how much someone says they're sorry, the cracks in the foundation never fully heal. So now I'm left wondering, would you be able to forgive someone for something like this? Or is this the kind of betrayal you never come back from?